Games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this is how we do. Now it's time.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode. If you're not all nice and caught up, then make sure you go check out the playlist, get yourself caught up, and then of course, welcome to today's episode. But today, we are on transfer deadline day, and I can guarantee to you guys, we are not going to be making any more deals, I don't think. We've only got £5 million, and I don't want to just go and make a signing for the sake of making a signing. We did obviously make some sales, some purchases. You can see one of the sales that did go through, which was Seny Dieng, which we were gutted about, obviously. I think that really did suck that happened the way that it did. But there wasn't too much we could do about it. But we can have a little look at the players that we have sold, or purchased, I should say, actually. And let's go through those just very quickly now. So first of all, we signed Masengo as a sort of CDM rotation option, somebody to come in and potentially compete with the two CDMs that we currently have there. We've got Leandro Trossard, who we have converted to play centre forward, so he's going to be becoming a centre forward, and I think he's going to do a good job for us in that role as well. Very, very happy with him. We picked him up an absolute steal of 10 million. Masengo, by the way, cost us 3.6. McCallum, we signed permanently to be our new permanent first choice left back in the team. He set us back 7.3 million, but I'm actually really happy with that deal. He's a lot younger than I thought he was in my head. I thought he was like maybe 24, 25. So him being 21, I think is a really, really good pickup for us. Just means that we're going to have him for a long period of time. Good potential on him as well. Jan Sommer was the late sort of replacement for Seny Dieng, as Seny did hand in his transfer request and didn't want to stay at the club, which is a real, real shame. And then, of course, we had the issue of he wanted a new transfer, complained that a new contract, complained that I wasn't offering him one. So I go to offer him one, and it wouldn't let me because he'd already handed in a transfer request. A bit useless, a bit pointless. Nothing we could sadly do about it, but that is what it is. But Jan Sommer was our replacement. Picked him up for 13 million. Very, very happy with that indeed. Obviously, he's 33, but he's going to be busy, I think, in this series. So, very happy to pick up Jan Sommer. Rafael Lopez was a free agent, 19 years old, worth 34 million, 84 rated. Absolutely chuffed with Lopez's pickup. Ivan Serrano, again, another free agent, rotation choice goalkeeper. And those were all of our transfers. They were everything that we did in regards to picking players up. We had a few players sold, which I think I can still show you on this tab. I might be wrong. Hold on. Oh, no, I can't show you in this tab. I take that back. However, Charlie Kelman, mate, we'll get you loaned out. Not to buy, but we'll get you loaned out, mate. So there we go, you can see the players we did sell. Macaulay Bonne, Jordi Device, Joe Gubbins and Seny Dieng. Didn't get loads of money in for the players that we sold, but we did spend quite a bit this month, or this window I should say. So obviously it will be that January, we probably won't make many signings at all. We might look at maybe a couple of, maybe just a one free agent sort of pickup, see if somebody jumps up or jumps out to us as a free agent pool. But outside of that, that is basically going to be our transfers unless we have some players to sell. So I'll go through the 10 hours and then we'll have a look at the top deals of the transfer window. Then we crack on. I made a small mistake here. I forgot that I have it so my emails don't interrupt me, and I was just thinking I didn't have any emails come through. I had an email come through from Masterson, who I am trying to sell, and I missed it. My bad. Dickey and Willock, however, they're not going anywhere. Well, we can have a look and see the top deals of this window, and some pretty big deals off the bat there. Goretzka to Chelsea for 107 mil, Pogba to Real Madrid for 101, Lautaro Martinez to Real Madrid for 90, Mason Mount to Juve for 87, Verratti to Sevilla for 75, Saka to Leicester. Wow, that's a very interesting signing indeed. Immobile, I don't know how to say his name, to Everton, Bastoni to Borussia Dortmund, Bellingham going to Borussia Mönchengladbach. We got there eventually. So staying in Germany, interestingly enough. Goncalves to Barcelona, Moreno to Atletico, Donny van de Beek making his move to PSG. Some big signings. Maguire going to Real Madrid. Interesting. So United getting a little bit weaker. I don't think they signed anyone in that top list, did they? No, they just sold a couple. Interesting. Well, January transfer window is done, and the first things we get is obviously a transfer offer, obviously, because the window is finished. Not January, the other one. The other transfer window. Thanks for waiting all that time, Augsburg. I'm not selling you Barbe just out of spite. But we have got our monthly scouting report here. Joe Slater looks pretty decent. He could have a future. Kai Knowles, I'm going to say no to Kai. Going to say no to Jesse. Logan Lord looks decent. Going to give Logan another month, though. Just see what his initial rating is. Leon Irving, I'm going to say no. I don't think we need another youth keeper. I think we have a youth keeper. Hugo Harper is a no. Alex Welsh is a no. And Jordan Willis is probably a no as well. I'll keep these two scouted. Actually, Connor Foster... No, Connor Foster doesn't look too great either. So we'll keep Logan Lord being scouted. Great name, by the way. And we'll see what he comes back with. Obviously, one player picked up there as well. And it was... Was it? No, it wasn't White. Slater, that was it. Joel Slater. Let's just have a little quick look and see what development plan we can give him. He's only 50 rated. I think it will make sense, honestly, to probably go with wide playmaker and get his shooting and passing up, because his passing is terrible, and then we'll work on his dribbling. I think that's the plan. But now we are done with the transfer window, and now it's all about focusing on picking up points in this league, because at the moment, 3 games played, 1 point. It's not a good start. Okay, so our next game is up against Spurs. You can see we're sticking with the 4-4-2. We've got Sommer making his debut. McCallum, well, obviously not technically his debut. Lopez, Dickey and Ozzy. We've got Isaac Coles, Johansson, Amos and Ilias Chair asked to play specifically. So I'm going to play him ahead of Willock today. Then we have Campbell and Trossard up top, hoping that we can pick up 3 points against what is a very good Spurs side. It's going to be a tough one though. Well, here we are at the Tottenham Stadium, and it's going to be a tough one. I think it's going to be a very, very tricky game today. In their new stadium, of course, we obviously, in this save, wouldn't have played at this stadium. This might technically be the first time I've played here since the new game came out. Because I wouldn't have played in this career mode at Spurs. Did I? I didn't play Spurs in the Cup or anything, did I? I'm fairly sure I didn't. But it's going to be an interesting one. Soyuncu, you can see in there. Tanganga, who I'm a big fan of in there. The Harry Kane Tifo, which I'm not a fan of. Not of Harry Kane, but of the Tifo. But anyway, let's get into it, boys. Let's see if we can pick up our first win in the Prem. That would be a nice way to start today's episode, wouldn't it? Spurs have started this game by just knocking it about for fun. And I'm really struggling to keep up with them. And I haven't actually had a touch of the ball yet. Let's not concede without getting possession. Well done, boys. Good stuff. Oh, not good. Oh, well done, Rob Dickey. Heung-min Son looked like he was going to be through there, but Dickey has stepped in really, really well to bring that one away. And now maybe we have a chance here. The brightness of that light, that is actually not great. I should have passed that through to Trossard, but mate, that brightness threw me off, genuinely. Oh, good pass. Oh, Jan Sommer coming in and doing what Super Senny did, but much higher rated. So let's hope that Mr. Super Sommer can now be our main man between the sticks, now that Senny decided his luck was going to be better off elsewhere. And Dembele plays it into Dele Alli. We get it cleared initially. We are definitely behind the cloche right now. We are behind the cloche, under the cloche. Being behind the cloche isn't that bad. Under the cloche is a different story. Get a chance to bring this ball away here. Stefan Johansson is just going to keep charging forward. I see a little chance to play it inside to Trossard. Trossard, lovely turn there. Oh, it's not where I wanted it. I was trying to play it to Isaac Coles. Instead, he's played it out to Ilias. Ilias, now we're going to have to look back and find Luke Amos. Amos just trying to find a pass through. Out to Ilias. Ilias takes it past one. Doesn't quite take it past the second man. It is going to go out for a goal kick. That's the best bit of play we've had. I really wish that pass from Trossard was where I wanted it, into Campbell, because my plan was to play a pass to Campbell and then play it straight back to Trossard. Go for that little 1-2. And Trossard, I think, would have been in a really good spot around that penalty spot. And potentially just a free chance to shoot. Son brings this ball forward, but Ozzy Kakai does get beat there. Sort of played through his legs. Dickey misses it, and Jan Sommer with the double save. Sommer coming in and doing exactly what we needed him to do when we made that signing. He honestly, I think, is going to end up being a huge, huge positive for us. Obviously, the one issue is he is in his sort of early 30s. So although keepers do end up playing for that little bit longer, I do worry a little bit that, end of the season, are we going to need to relook at a keeper? Well done there from Rob Dickey, and then Johansson to bring it away. But that is a problem for future Tom to think about, because at the moment, current Tom, present Tom, has got the ball with Trossard. Oh, I've tried to play it through to Campbell. Haven't quite got there, but Trossard's done really well to pick that back up. Lovely ball to Ilias. He's going to take a touch, hits it at Soyuncu. This is better. We're kind of working on the counter, but I'm kind of okay with it, because I'll be honest with you, Spurs are keeping that ball really well when they get it. And to get chances is great. We just need to make sure we don't concede under all of this pressure. We weather this storm and make the counters. Will then start, I think, working in our favour. Amos bringing this ball forward now. Going to play it up to Trossard. Trossard now going to face up against Eric Dyer. Not Eric Dyer. That's Davinson Sanchez. I'll tell you what that is. That is a goal for Leandro Trossard. Terrible commentary, because Tom My brain today is not working, but I'll tell you what, that isn't a bad effort there from Trossard. That's a beautiful finish. Finds the back of the net. Davinson Sanchez. Don't know where I got Eric Dyer from. The D in Davinson, who knows? Beautiful breakthrough. A little bit lucky to keep possession, but that finish, look at that. That is arrowed into that top corner. Lloris didn't even bother trying for it. That's how good of a finish that was from Trossard. Very nice stuff. Love to see it. It is his first goal for the club, and I'm absolutely chuffed for him. Well done, Leandro, mate. Proven it right that we should be potentially considering him as that new centre forward or striker role in this team. Very happy indeed. 1-0, boys, up against Spurs. This is a really, really good lead. Ball here with Ozzy. I see a chance to switch this, and we are going to take that chance to switch all the way there to McCallum. Lovely play, and then a lovely touch from McCallum, and a simple pass out. Isaac Coles going to put this one in the box. Trossard with the header. Oh, he doesn't quite win the second one. Very, very good save from Lloris. That really was a good save because he didn't have loads of time to react to that. And Trossard doing well to win a header, let alone really put it on the keeper. Oh, Campbell couldn't quite get that out of his feet. I think it was Skip that made the tackle in the end. Boys, we have honestly played ourselves into this game. We've had a good couple of chances, only a couple of shots, but we've played really well with the ball, made space for ourselves, and really given ourselves something to work on here. Really good platform to build off of in this first half. So I'm very, very happy with that indeed. Huge couple of saves from Sommer, which really has helped us out. So I'm honestly all about that. I think in this second half, I think I'm going to bring on Masengo. Just a little bit of more solidarity in that midfield. Just a little bit more pace. And I mean, Johansson's not defensive. But I think that Masengo in a rating or two is going to overtake Johansson in regards to how defensive he is. So we're going to stick with this for now. Ilias Chair becomes the captain because why not? Yeah, super happy. I haven't got much more to say than that. So 1-0. Let's try and build on this. This would be a huge win if we can get it. Amos going to just play this out to Ozzy now. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Going to try and find it forward here to Ilias. He does pretty well. Ilias going to take his time. Try to get that in there. I thought the height of Coles, obviously Coles a little bit taller, and we've also got Campbell there who was running in too. So we had two players in there with a little bit of height. Maybe not Trossard, although he did win his header he had. Talking of headers. Oh, mate, I think that was Lopez. He's just missed it. Instead of jumping for it, he's just sort of tried to like glance it in, but he's just missed the header. That could have been a really good chance for a second, but it's so unfortunate. And now Spurs working on the counter, but Lopez makes up for his mistake in the other box there with a very good tackle. Very good job there by obviously our main man Osman as well. And maybe another chance to bring this ball away now. Ilias going to look up, going to play it inside. Lovely pass to Tyrese. Tyrese turns Davinson Sanchez. Fantastic save there from Hugo Lloris. But Campbell did such a good... Did I say Lloris? Bro, my brain might be gone. Campbell with a huge turn against Sanchez. And then Lloris made a save. It's going to be Harry Winks coming on here for Dele Alli. Dele Alli with his new trim already. Love to see it. But let's just whip this one in here. Isaac Coles going to play it in. It's aimed at Rob Dickey, but Dickey isn't going to quite get there. Masengo, though, keeps it alive. Ilias Chair. A little bit of Ilias Chair. Oh, mate, not quite. Oh, Masengo's down. Masengo, mate, please get up. I'd rather you weren't injured. He's getting up. We're okay. Not a good bit of play here for us. It's into Harry Kane. Mate, Lopez with a huge block there. I'm not sure who the player was that had the strike, but that was a very, very good block. That tackle from Ndombele, by the way, was terrible. It was late. It was dangerous. I'm glad it's at least a yellow. It could have been more than that. That really was a bad tackle there from Ndombele. That was Tyrese Campbell, I think he took down. I've made my last two changes, by the way. Ndombele making his way off for Højbjerg there, but you can see Campbell going off for Dykes, and we have Isaac Coles going off for Murad Ahmed, who is only like 63 rated. However, I think this lad's got a good potential, so I'm bringing him on, giving him a chance to sort of impress, get a few minutes, and yeah, these are the kind of chances that these players have to take. And we're going to see if he can do that. And we're going to get the ball to Ahmed pretty quickly, actually. Ahmed now puts a lovely ball in there to Trossard. And, mate, Ahmed comes on, gets himself an assist. And Leandro Trossard, one of the shortest striker, or the shortest striker we have in the team, gets himself a headed goal. I was trying to ding that into Linden, but Trossard's won it. And Trossard scored the goal as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Lovely play. Ahmed's cross in there. Beautiful. Nothing that their fullback could do. I think they've got Davies playing at left back today. Nothing he could do. Trossard was just in front of him and just couldn't be beaten there. It was just a matter of getting it on target and taking it past Lloris, and he has done just that. Lovely stuff. Well done to Leandro. 2 goals today. Very good indeed. We've played much better today than we did in the whole of the last episode, which is really, really good to see. Maybe we're slowly adjusting to Legendary, which is a nice change of pace. But, mate, it's been a difficult one. Spurs haven't been bad. Someone's made a good couple of saves early in that first half. And now we've got to be careful here on the counter, really, or like from their kickoff, basically. But Ozzy, lovely tackle there from Ozzy Kakai, and we bring that one away. Have to say, genuinely, Ozzy has had a very, very good game. Spurs coming at us again. A great tackle there from Lopez. Lopez also having a very, very good game indeed. And Dykes is going to play this out wide now for McCallum. He's going to play it inside. We get it to Ahmed, who's, he's just lost it. And it's not a great place to lose it. Kane potentially with a chance here to bring this forward. McCallum's going to have to try and track back. There's not loads of time left, but I'm fairly confident, as long as we don't concede from this chance here, that we will get something from this game, and it'll be preferably the 3 points we're after. Lovely stuff. Luca back here knocks it out. Well done, McCallum. Good stuff, boys. Good defence. Dykes with a lovely play out here to Ilias, and Ilias is going to bring this in. Plays it into Linden. Linden's going to have an effort from range. I didn't really... Oh, my God. Mate, Tanganga nearly just walking it into his net. Didn't have loads of options, so I kind of just had to shoot there off the bat. And it wasn't a bad effort at all. Oh, Ahmed's won this in a really good spot. He's going to set Trossard away. Trossard down to Linden. Linden, his first touch is into Suyuncu instead of past him. But we have kept it alive, not quite. It's such a shame. However, with not very long left on the clock, I'm fairly confident that we can just get this ball, play it back a little bit here, keep hold of it. And you know what, boys? That is a humongous 3 points. Finally picking up points in the Prem. Things you love to see. Very, very happy indeed. And to do it against a very, very good Spurs side. It's a very strong team they've got. Really happy with that. Trossard had a blinder. Like I said, Ozzy did really well. Lopez had a very, very good game at the back. I have to say, probably the first time that I've used Lopez and he's felt like the rating that he is. He really did feel very, very good. Masengo came on and made a good impact. And mate, is it Musa Ahmed? Musad Ahmed? I forget. Very, very good start from him too. Fair play to the lad. Not bad for a 63-rated player. He did very well. Well, that huge 3 points takes us up to 13th. Obviously, it's very early days. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs initially. So there's going to be lots and lots of things going on. Lots and lots of things we have to take into account with those early points. However, Ilias Chair is now actually a legitimate right mid. So we're going to make that change. He's not going to go up in rating. I didn't expect him to. But we're going to go with a support midfielder. We need him to get that bit more pace. I know his shooting's still quite low, and I'd like to boost that at some point. But I'm going to make him a support midfielder, get the pace up, because I'd like him to have like 83, 84 pace, and it'll really make him feel a bit more effective out wide. Because I think at times, Ilias falls behind a little bit behind Willock, just because Willock is that bit quicker. Bad news, however, is Masengo's injury, sprained ankle. He's going to be out for 4 weeks, so he's out for a month, which really does suck. It's not ideal. Thankfully, we do have a couple of options, but was really liking using Masengo, and it really is a shame that he's out for that long. For me personally, if it's an injury that looks like it's going to be a month, I'd have rather the game told me he needed to go off the pitch instead of just saying he had a small injury. He seemed to run it off. It's a shame. It is a shame. Well, now we have a very, very difficult challenge. Another one in this Chelsea side. You can see they've got James at centre-back, which they have done before. Obviously, they signed Goretzka, which we knew. They're looking to play Werner at left wing. And they've got Coates in as captain. So Thiago Silva either moving on or retiring. And Coates coming in as captain. But, mate, West London derby is going to be a tricky one. This is the team we've gone with. So Willock coming in instead of Ilias this time. And then other than that, I think that's basically the same starting 11. So, see how we do. Bring it on. Man, it's going to be a tough one. But the Kyle Prince Foundation hosting Chelsea. This Chelsea side is a very, very good side. Skriniar, very, very good player as well. I kind of looked over the fact that Skriniar was in that team as well. But it's a wet day in West London. Didn't know it was raining. Didn't pay attention to that. But here we go. Very, very tricky game. But one I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this match. Because it's, mate, it's up against one of the best teams. And it's up against Chelsea. It's exciting to come up against rivals. I love a good derby day. I'm all about it. I'm here for it. So let's make it happen, boys. Is that Isaac Cole? There's an Isaac Cole's Tifo? Yo, I didn't know they did Tifos of just any players. I thought they could only be existing players. That's so sick. That is legitimately so sick. I love that. I absolutely love that. EA, good touching me there. Very good touching me there. But anyway, enough messing about. Who cares about these cosmetics? I'll tell you what I care about. This very, very tough game. 3 points on the line. Let's see how many of them we can get. Let's go. Johansson up to Amos. Trossard, very nice touch there from Trossard. Going to just have to go a little bit wide. Now brings it central, back to Amos. Just having to rotate this here. We're getting a little bit of possession, but look how many Chelsea players there are in the box. That is going to be ridiculous to break down. Oh, Dickey losing the ball in a really bad spot there. Gives it away to Timo Werner. He's going to find Ziyech. And we've got to be careful now. That wasn't a great place to lose that from me. That was maybe a silly choice of pass, but it is what it is. It's going to be a corner, though, here, as we do have to try and keep this chance out. I think it's played into the middle. I don't know who was on their corners, actually. Oh, good. Oh, not good chance there. I was going to say good block. Good block again there from Johansson. It's not gone yet. Now it is. Isaac Coles can bring it away. Jeez, that was a bit of a stressful one. That was a bit of a stressful one. I don't know if we're going to get too much of a chance directly on the counter here. No, we're going to rotate it out to McCallum. Go again. Chilwell with quite a bit of space here. Ozzy's going to have to try and catch up. Does so. Does do well there because don't know what Chilwell was trying to do. But now Chilwell is out of position. Obviously, they do have a 5. So this is where that extra centre-back does help them with cover. But Trossard going to pick this up. Plays it across to Johansson. I tried to play it out to Isaac Coles, but I think Kante got a touch. And it's a shame because we haven't really threatened too much. We're getting a bit of the ball in their sort of third, but we're not doing an overload with it. And that's going to prove to be important later on into the game, actually creating chances when we get them. Nice bit of play here. Tyrese potentially in behind. The through ball from Johansson needed to be so much better there. I wanted it inside of James, and instead he's tried to play it around James. It's not ideal, and instead we're going to lose a chance here, and a bit of a shot for Ziyech chance there, but it didn't happen. Thankfully, the shot never really appeared, and thankfully we do bring it away. But this has been a very scrappy first half. You'll notice barely any highlights in regards to actual chances. A lot of nearly chances, or good defence, or sloppy pass, things like that. It's not been that many actual efforts on goal, and maybe now a chance to change that. Johansson's going to have a ping from range. Mendy with an incredible save. Very, very good save from Mendy. And that's how we round up this first half as well. It's been a tricky one. They've been really hard to break down. But I have to say, we have defended very, very well. Very, very well indeed. I'm very, very happy with that. So I think 0-0 at halftime we will definitely take. Honestly, I think I'm going to take Johansson off and I'm going to bring on Sam Field. I know that Field's card or stats in game isn't that incredible. But I don't know. I just feel like Johansson hasn't been at the races today. Apart from that shot at the end there, Johansson just for me isn't that incredible in game. In the Championship, that sort of slightly higher boosted passing stat really does come in handy sometimes, but realistically, he's not been that great in the first handful of games in the Prem. And if that means that in the future, Captain Stefan needs to be changed, that was a very close effort there for them. Then so be it. But I think this season, our main Norwegian man obviously will be staying in the team. I won't be changing Stefan, but oh, good save from the Kante shot there. Oh, Lukaku is going to find the back of the net. Oh, dearie me. 1-0 down. To finish my point, I think next season we'll look at potentially replacing Stefan permanently, depending on Amos and Masengo's ratings. But Lukaku makes it 1-0. It's unfortunate. I'd say that, you know, a goal was coming. But like I say, that first half was very minimal. It's unfortunate that pass through there. I'm not sure who played it through. The pass through to find Lukaku was just squeezed through our defence. I think they were quite lucky to get that pass through. But it is what it is. You need a little bit of luck sometimes. And that's happened for that first goal because it's been a very, very nothingy 50 minutes. So basically, that Lukaku chance, really, the only thing that's happened this game. So now we've got to work it out. Now we've got to try and get back into it. It's not going to be easy, but we've got to try. Isaac Coles here. Had to run quite centrally. Has lost out to Kante as well. And now that is Lukaku potentially through and goal on his right foot. And Sommer has not sold himself in particularly great light there. That is a very poor goal to concede. Oh, man. I managed to push Lukaku onto his right foot. My thought process was push him onto his weaker foot. Which is why with Dickey, I just committed to trying to block that chance to cut inside. But Sommer's done not very well there. That is not a great moment there for Jan Sommer. It's 2-0, boys. And we've got a lot of work to do if we think we're getting back into this now. Okay, we've made our last two changes. I'm bringing on Hamer for McCallum. That's just a fitness change. And Dykes is coming on for Willock. So Trossard's going to play at right mid. and Lyndon Dykes is going to move up to striker. It's just a bit of a throw of the dice. Again, the Hamer change is mainly for stamina and for rotation and fitness. But the Dykes chance is just basically another striker on, fresh legs up top. But keep on the ability that is Trossard out wide there. Just gives us another option, I guess, really. And allows us to rotate just a little bit. But yeah, we've got to make the most of possession. And realistically, we need a goal back soon if we're going to try and get into this. And we need to not concede. Jesus. Sam Field, going to have to turn. Going to try and find Lyndon Dykes here. Does so very well. Skriniar and Coates just close down so quickly. The 5 at the back is just such a pain to play against. It's even worse to play against when it's 5 very good defenders. That makes it nearly impossible. Find Lyndon Dykes here in a decent spot. Coates not particularly near to him. Campbell can't get the shot away. Man, we have not tested Mendy enough in this game. We really haven't. That Johansson chance, I think the only chance I can think of, we have not tested him enough. Last possibly chance of the game here. Going to play it inside to Lyndon. Going to try and just take this past Skriniar, but Coates comes across. Lyndon going to be the man to potentially put it in there for a cross. It's going to be a corner. This will literally be the last thing we get to do this game. Whip it in there. Lyndon Dykes up for it. Lyndon Dykes heads it just wide. We didn't quite get the goal that we would have liked to have got there at the end, but it's a 2-0 loss. It's an unfortunate one. Obviously, it's got that extra sting to it as it is Chelsea, which does suck. But it is what it is. It was always going to be a tough game. It would have been nice to have got something from this game, especially after having a very good result against Spurs as well. Like 4 points from a possible 6 out of those 2 games, I would have taken in a heartbeat. But it is what it is. It was a tough one. Sadly, one that we lose. Again, I'm not going to focus too much on the table because obviously, as we just said, it's still very early days. One good thing here is McCallum is now an out-and-out left-back, which is great, which means I can play him just as a left-back. And what we're going to do is we're going to put him on that defensive wide-back. Just get that defending boosted nicely. The physicality going up will also be a nice little perk. Acceleration going up too is what it is. He's already pretty quick. I'm not too upset with that. But yeah, we now basically play to the next one. Let's see who's up next, and let's just see if we can at least get something from the next game. That'll be a good perk. Okay, up against Southampton here. Going to be a tricky one again. You can see they've still got a decent enough lineup there. I've made a little bit of a change. Willock back in on the right and Lyndon Dykes obviously at striker today instead of Tyrese. Just offering something a little bit different. We'll see if it works out. Southampton got a very nice side, are in 7th at the moment. As I said, I know it's early days, and I know I said I'm not going to concentrate too much on the table positionings, and I've mentioned it many, many times. But this will be a very, very important game. I think this is a game that, if we show up today, is winnable, because I do think we've got a good enough squad to take a team like Southampton on, sort of that sort of mid-ish table team. Probably a team that's not too dissimilar in ratings, in a few positions to us. Obviously, Ward-Prowse being a very, very good player in that team, especially. But let's just see today if we can take this lot on. I think it's going to be a tricky game, but if we can get something from today, I think that'll make up for that game against Chelsea, which was always going to be a tough game. Lyndon with the ball here. Going to play it out wide to Isaac Coles. Isaac Coles going to just turn here. Plays it inside. Going to just try a shot here with Isaac Coles. Okay. Well, that happened. Okay, Southampton with a corner here. We're going to do a good job of getting rid of this because they've got a bit of height in that team. Not the tallest of teams, but they're not a team full of, shorties. So they've got a chance here. Oh, good tackle there initially from McCallum. Going to play it out to Coles, who's going to ask a lot of Lyndon. And this is bad. Armstrong finds the back of the net. It's 1-0 to Southampton, and that's poor defence from me. It was poor defending from the get-go. But that pass through to Armstrong just absolutely ripped our defence apart. Like this here, poor request from me there, really. And then Dickey just losing Armstrong, and that's not good. It's not good. It's 1-0, and it's 1-0 down, not 1-0 up, which was I was really hoping to get the first goal in this game. Got to be careful. It's a really, really good little flick there, and just you can see the way they're just keeping this ball. I say that they give it away. I'm fine with that. The way they were keeping the ball was just a matter of we're having it, you're not. Like, it was literally like, you know what, you lot just aren't allowed possession. It was quite frustrating. It's quite frustrating to play against when a team is playing so heavily possession based, because especially now I'm 1-0 down, when I haven't got the ball, I can't get back into it. I need the ball to have a chance of getting back into the game. And when you play against a very possession heavy AI, it's very difficult to do so. But hold on a second. Trossard is on side here. He's going to be unselfish. And Lyndon Dykes back in the team and is back in the goals. Unselfish, obviously, from Trossard to play that ball across to Lyndon. But that is what we needed to see, boys. That is what we needed to see. Lyndon Dykes on the score sheet is always a good thing to see. And who knows? It'll be good to see as well in the upcoming game. I think this is going to be uploaded either around the Barnsley game. So it'll be nice to see some goals there as well. That would be very, very good indeed. But let's go, boys. Hopefully, that's a stepping stone now to getting into the lead. Good equaliser. It's 1-1. We're back in it. We're back in it. Get the ball here to Johansson. Johansson inside to Trossard. Trossard, edge of the box, going to have a go. Very good save there from the keeper. Not sure who they've got in goal today, but that was a good effort. Very good effort there from Trossard, but a very, very good save. It has to be said. Me giving Ilias some instructions, maybe for the second half. Who knows? He might make his way on. Lyndon with the header. Conversion. Trossard now going to look out wide and find Chrissy Willock. Willock now gets a chance to cut in. Chris Willock. Oh, that's a very good save again from the keeper. Has to be said. That was a crucial save because Willock with loads of space there to run across. And it is, oh, that is a perfect finish. That's exactly where I needed it. But the keeper has made a very, very good save there to deny Chrissy Willock of getting on the score sheet. And the woodwork's done the same. Willock again. Oh, blocked by the defender. Boys, this is much more like it. This is the pressure we need to be putting on this lot. You know, a good couple of chances, especially just after an equaliser. It's just before half-time, though. And the half-time whistle is probably going to go almost imminently. There it is. Boys, we've played really well as we got into that game. It's unfortunate to have gone 1-0 down. Very nice goal from them. That pass through to Armstrong, as I said before. Very, very good pass indeed. But that is a huge, huge response from us. And we've looked so, so good in the latter stages of that half. I think I'm going to keep the team the same for now. I probably will bring on Ilias at some point. It probably will be rotating with Isaac Coles because he hasn't missed a minute of football in today's episode. So it'd be good to just give him a little bit of a rest just to make sure, obviously, I've got him nice and fighting fit for whenever the next game is as well. But we've just got to be proactive here. We've got to stay on the front foot and we've got to try and get ourselves that second goal. And that's a good bit of play from Amos. The shot from Dykes, sadly, I think he sort of kicked into himself and then taken Ward-Prowse down with him. But it's a good place to work from here, this equaliser. And again, we finished that first half really, really well. Let's try and start the second half just as positively and not concede here. That would be nice. Rob Dickey, good lad. Isaac Coles here, looks up, finds Trossard. He's going to take it past one. Can he take it past the second? He can. He's pulled quite far out wide, though. Chris Willock going to have to look back. Finds Johansson. Johansson with a hell of a strike. Stefan Johansson. Captain bloody Stefan. What a goal that is. I have to say, as I said earlier, it's not been his best episode today. But that is a fantastic strike from the skipper. That really, really is a great effort. I thought I'd maybe just slightly overworked it, not given Stefan much time. But that is a screamer of a goal. It has to be said. Very, very nice finish indeed. I have actually just subbed him off for a very, very strange shot. Oh, the keeper got a touch on that as well, but it still found its way into the back of the net. Lovely stuff. We have just made a triple sub, though, and that is Lyndon, Coles, and Stefan Johansson going off. Ilias Chair at left mid, Tyrese Campbell a striker, Johan Barbe at CDM. Now, hear me out. I wanted to. I have no other reason than I wanted to play Johan Barbe. It's been too long since Johan's been on the pitch. And, okay, he's on a -2 at centre mid. It's not the end of the world. As a CDM, I think he's on +1. But sadly, I can't change him to a CDM. So he's going to be -2 at centre mid. But I'm okay with it. Ilias Chair, by the way, on the ball. Not the best start. Got to be careful here. Now would be a terrible time to concede. And we do just that. Okay, anything we can do. Apparently, Southampton can do better. As he gets rugby tackled. I have to say, very good strike. I also have to say, after Jan Sommer's fantastic display up against Spurs, he's not been that great, has he? That's a 2 or 3 goals I feel like he maybe could have done better with. It's a wonderful strike. I can't take too much away from it, but I am a little bit gutted that he's not making as many stops as I'd maybe like him to. But then again, we're up against Legendary. It's always going to be difficult. They're always going to be shooting that little bit better than you expect at times. So it is what it is. It's 2-2. Our lead has diminished, but there's still time. There's still time to try and right that wrong and make it 3-2. Johan Barbe, not quite the pass I was looking for, lad. Got to be careful here. It's another long-range effort. Jan Sommer with the not overly convincing initial save, but does then grab it and help us on the attack here. Not long left. We'll see how this game plays out. I'll keep you guys with me for the rest of the highlights. That's got to be a foul. Referee, man. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It means the last chance of the game is probably going to go Southampton's way, which means we probably don't have a chance of winning this now. But now we need to make sure that we don't lose it. The point is more important than nothing. Don't let them shoot. Do not let them shoot. It's off the bar. It's dropped. It's Jan Sommer with a big save. Oh my God, boys, that would have been absolutely catastrophic. Darwin Núñez with a very good volley. On the volley, that really is a good effort. And Jan Sommer does just enough to see that around the post. That easily could have been one of those ones where the keeper palms it and it still finds its way into the back of the net. I think they just brought on Jordan Ayew. I think that was Jordan Ayew. Good initial headed clearance. Go on, ref. Look at your watch, mate. Look at your watch. Referee. This is out of pocket. The ball's gone backwards twice, ref. The ball's gone backwards twice, mate. Don't you dare. Jan Sommer. Aussie Kakai. Jan Sommer. Mate, you know what? Gutted. Gutted with some of the missed chances. But Jan Sommer with a huge couple of saves at the end of that game. 3 very big saves to keep us in with a point there. Very, very big in the end. Gutted, obviously, not to have picked up the 3, especially after getting the lead, but it kind of is what it is. Kind of is what it is. I know you could turn and say bringing on Barbet at centre mid was a weird one. That had nothing to do with the goal. Absolutely zero. And Barbet actually didn't play too badly. Made a good couple of tackles in the midfield. Good couple of passes. But full-time 2-2. Gutted not to have left with the 3 points. But I'm happy that in the end we didn't lose it. Well, it has to be said, we have slowly started to pick things up a little bit now, which is obviously great to see. It's really, really nice that we have slowly managed to pick that up. One very quick thing, Isaac Coles converted to Cam. We're not going to be making that change. We're keeping him as a wide player. What we need to do now is, I think, realistically, we need that acceleration up, boys. Like, realistically, his sprint speed's beautiful. We need that acceleration to go up. I'd like to also get the shooting up, but there's not much I can do about that. We're going to have to go wide midfield to get the dribbling, get the passing up, and get the acceleration up. Mate, he could have a 90-pace player in our hands, but I've got the acceleration far too low. But that's where we're going to end it today. We've picked up more points, which is great to see. 4 from a possible 9, which, to be fair, in a team that's just been promoted, it's good to get some decent points initially. Up in 14th, which isn't terrible this far into the season. To just be away from the bottom of the table is obviously a nice start indeed. But for now, I want to say thank you guys for watching this. If you've enjoyed it, then please leave a like on the video. It supports me, the video, the channel, and the series out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video. If you want to catch us on live streams, Hursty Games over on Twitch, there's a link in the description. Go and check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have had a great day. But that's it from me. I've been Tom. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves. And of course, wash your hands.
What?
In a bit.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.